Okay guys, today I want to show you how to create an ODYMEL style track like this. Okay, as you can hear, there are many elements going on. ODYMEL's style is like really full. There are a lot of drums, really like heavy percussions, heavy hits, the claps are heavy, the melody is pretty heavy. And of course, like those short notes are typical for ODYMEL. Also the bass is a typical element for ODYMEL. It sounds like this. Okay, and basically it's a respace I did with Massive, and there are two layers. The first layer is this. And the second layer is just this. And all together. On the bass bars is a heavy sidechain going on with 100% mix, so it's like really present. There's a strong sidechain on the track, triggered by the kick of course. And kick and bass together sound like this. And this is basically the main element for ODYMEL. So the kick and this respace, the like really heavy respace, is typical for ODYMEL, I would say. What's also typical, as I said, the tracks are pretty full. So there are a lot of drums going on. So I got a ride hitting at the same time as the kick. And a ride hitting at the end. And then we got a loop. And also a clap. And then at the drop, there is a down filter, also heavily sidechained. The same sidechain basically as the bass. And then there is this reverse clap to get this effect. You get the feeling that you get pulled into the clap. And this is the main structure. And now we can get creative with the melody. And with the melody, it sounds like this. Okay, also pretty basic. I mean, you can get creative as much as you want. ODYMEL uses a lot of like steps and some FX. So you can get creative with the melody. Then of course a crash. This is basically our drop. And now here's the build-up. So I got crowd noise going on. Actually, I thought about putting those crowd noises also in the drop. It might work as well, because when you listen to ODYMEL tracks, they really sound pretty full. So just add a lot of elements, but always pay attention to balance them. And then here in the build-up, I just dropped a vocal. I think the vocal fits pretty nice, the vibe. And then we got a snare roll, we got a downlifter, uplifter, and then we introduced the ride right here. The ride which is hitting on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I got here two bass shots, sounding like this. Okay, just to make it a bit more interesting. And then a lot of automations going on. So you can see here, this is a patcher plugin for FL Studio. It's basically the same as Endless Smile, but without a white noise and without a low cut. And as you can see, I use it just to build tension. And then I use the low cut on the bass and on the kick to make like the bass and the kick become more quiet when we reach the drop. And then I got a Fruity Limiter automation on the leads, which makes the leads just a bit shorter. But there's also an automation going on which controls for the release of the lead. And the release is getting shorter as well to make the notes shorter to get this ODYMEL type feeling. And then right before the drop, there's a trance gate on the vocals, so that we got like this chopped up trance gate effect. Let's have a listen. Okay, you can hear this transgate really good, right? And then there's of course this reverse kick, always works pretty good. And now let's get over to the processing. So if you're not familiar with this kind of layout, you can check out the video on my FL Studio template. This is the same template that I showed in the video before. On the leads, there's just a bit of reverb going on with the DACA so that the transients of the leads don't get affected by the reverb. Then we got this automated high cut, right? You can use a normal EQ for this, but yeah, I do it like this. And then we got on the group just a high pass as well. And then on the leads bus, we got a bit of basic EQing going on, right? Just to make the lead sound a bit brighter. Okay, and then on the drum bus, there's the typical stuff I always use. So there's like this FEP filter, low cut, the arbiter, and the bus compressor, but right now it's bypassed. And of course, also on the leads bus, there is this heavy sidechain going on, but with a bandpass at around 5 kHz. And I started the track like this. Then the loop gets introduced. And then we already going into the first break. Okay, you can hear it's really like epic, and the second break, right, it's not done yet, but it will get like more epic, and I think it's like really fitting this whole ODYMEL style pretty good, that the breaks are like really full and really epic. Okay, so as you can see, it's not that hard, but you need to like balance all the elements pretty good. So you have to control for all the frequencies pretty good, control for the volume of all different buses, and then all the elements will work together. So keep in mind, ODYMEL is basically a respace, a really heavy respace, and like those short notes combined with a great harmonic. ODYMEL always uses this special harmonic I also used in this track to make the track a bit more like mystic, a bit more epic. You can get the respace preset that I used in this track for free in the comments. There's a download link, and yeah, you can just use it. It's a massive preset, so I called it heavy respace, and you can just use it in massive. Alright, see you guys in the next video with a new tutorial.